Hi everyone. Let's learn about constitutional supremacy for today. Please be reminded that the explanation for this topic is in pursuant to Malaysian law and thus it might differ from other countries. This is also just a brief introduction to the topic and obviously will not do justice to the whole concept which you can learn from other sources. So please go dig deeper after this. There are 4 points that we will cover here. First, what is constitution? Second, what is constitutional supremacy? Third, Article 4, Clause 1, Federal Constitution. And last but not least, in fact, the most important one is how does it work? We will also look at one example of case for you to relate to the topic. Okay, firstly, what is constitution? If you do remember your national principles or the Rukun Negara, number 3 on the list is constitutional supremacy. Let's go back to history for a while. When the first Prime Minister, Tunku Abdul Rahman, requested from Queen Elizabeth for independence, she agreed, but also suggested that Malaya, as Malaysia was known that time, have a federal constitution as a guide to govern its own. Quite an irony, isn't it? Because in the UK, Parliament is supreme. But that is a story for another day. The Reid Commission was set up to assist in this matter, and voila, we have the Federal Constitution done. You can download a copy of Federal Constitution online, by the way, but make sure it is from Malaysia. What then is constitutional supremacy? It basically means that the Constitution is supreme or extremely important, and no law, whatever it is, can go against the Federal Constitution or it will be declared as void. You know by now that law means rules and regulations. So any of this which are against the Federal Constitution is not valid at all or void. This stems from the Federal Constitution itself in Article 4, Clause 1, where it says, this Constitution is the supreme law of the Federation, and any law passed after Merdeka Day, which is inconsistent with this Constitution, shall, to the extent of the inconsistency, be void. I have highlighted in yellow the important words to point out. The words, as you can see, supreme, any law passed, inconsistent, and void. Since this article exists in the Federal Constitution itself, you can see how powerful it is. Let me reiterate, Constitution is supreme. So how does it work? If there is a law passed by Parliament and it is against the Federal Constitution, it can be declared as void by the court. Law passed by Parliament will be known as Act. Same goes to the states because Malaysia is a federation. If there is a law passed by the state legislature, then it will be declared as invalid or void. Law passed by the state legislature is called enactment. There you go. No law can go against the Federal Constitution. Case for you to refer to, which you can Google online to read more, is the case of Nick Nazmi against public prosecutor. As you can see, this case is about the validity of Section 9, Subsection 5 of the Peaceful Assembly Act 2012, an act which means it has been passed by the Parliament. However, the court found that this particular section is against the Federal Constitution. So, the court declared it to be void. Do read the case if you have time. Hopefully, you learned a point or two from this video. I have dropped a link for you to click which will lead you to a quiz if you feel that you want to test your understanding on this topic. Feel free to try them and good luck!